Welcome, viewers, to another fabulous episode of Unapologetically Free. Now, today I'll be answering the viewers' questions that were posted, part 2. So, let's go straight into it. First question is by Info Sharing. What actually happens with retained semen on your NoFap journey? Where does it go? What is sex energy transmutation? Can you please explain step by step the retained semen transmutation process? Okay, so what happened is I did a quick research, nothing in depth, and in layman terms, after your balls produce semen, there is a gland in your body that will vitalize the semen with nutrients from your body. So, in my opinion, when you are full of retained semen, your body does not produce as much semen as when you jerk off every single day. And that means the gland that vitalizes your semen with nutrients and minerals will not keep on transferring nutrients from your body to the semen, and therefore you will tend to retain key nutrients and experience better wellness. So, in my opinion, the sex transmutation is simply the accumulation of these nutrients that add to your well being. So, when you have these energy, these nutrients in yourself, you simply focus this sense of urge, this sense of energy towards achieving your goal. Let me give you a quick example. The fact that you exist today goes to show that sexual urge and the need to procreate in mankind is very powerful. Now, thousands of years later, we still exist. Now, men will definitely have to face rejection from pursuing women somewhere, somehow. It's impossible to not get rejected if you have a reasonable number of tries. But the thing is, with this strong urge that is very that only men tend to have, this strong sexual urge, we are able to push through the pain of rejection. So, in this similar way, when you start to experience this urge, this energy in you that arises, you focus instead. So, instead of trying to get rid of this urge, it's a good thing. You suddenly have fuel, you have energy, you have power, but you need an outlet to push these energy towards, and that means you need to have a specific goal. If you do not have a goal, I don't believe you can do sexual transmutation, because you would be standing without direction with a lot of energy, and you are basically a useless fuel. You're like a fire that isn't used for any good. You just burn, you just burn, you just burn. You have energy, but you are not putting that energy to any use. So just decide what you want to improve in, decide the kind of work you want to do, and then stop focusing on gratifying your sexual desires, but instead make something come out from the energy that you have, and this is sexual transmutation. The next question is by Sebastian O. Do you have any tips for journaling? Well, yes. First tip, pro tip, be consistent. If you journal, if you blog, if you write anything, you want to improve your writing skills, set a word count of 500 words every single day and just do it. It's about the discipline. Creativity doesn't exist in the sense of the word. You start being creative when you start writing. You don't wait for creativity to come, then you start writing. You need to be in motion. So set a strict discipline. It could be 500 words every day, or it could be 15 minutes every day. So just write down your thoughts, write down your whatever that journal is for. Just write it down with reckless abandon, and you don't even need to care about the word count. Just keep writing every single day consistently. Rain or shine, whether you feel good or you feel like shit, just simply do it. And this applies to all other skills that you want to build. Just like myself building this channel, I just do it every single day. I don't think too much about it, but when I decide to do it, I focus intently on just getting the content out. Day by day, little by little, but when you see the progress in a year's time, just check back on my channel in a year's time and you will realize the growth that a single action taken every single day, how powerful this effect will be. Now just think 1 year, or about 3 years, 5 years, you are going to get very good at whatever skill and whatever craft that you want to improve in. Second part of the question by Sebastian O. Any tips on establishing a healthy routine? Because whenever I wake up in the morning, I feel extremely tired. Now, I personally struggle with sleep apnea, so I understand what it means to wake up in the morning and feel like crap. Depending on what your specific issue is, it could be a sleep disorder, it could be just that you have very poor sleep hygiene. Whatever it is, go and find out. If you tend to be very overweight, you could have sleep apnea. Make sure you get enough sleep first. But there are some things that you can do no matter where you are that will definitely make you feel better. So here is one of them. Just decide to jog slowly every single day the moment you wake up. Okay, this will require some discipline for the next 30 days without changing any other things in your life. Just get this one thing right. Just jog the first thing in the morning. Just walk out of your house, wear that sports shoes and start jogging. You may wake up feeling extremely tired. Just treat it as the first 20 minutes of your day doesn't exist. Just start walking out. Just act like a robot for the first 20 minutes and just not ignore that tiredness, and you will realize that when you start jogging, not too fast because you want to do it every single day. You don't want to burn out. So perhaps a heart rate of around 70 to 80% of your maximum jogging is a pace where you are still able to talk while you are jogging. That's a good pace. So stick with the pace, do it for 30 days. First thing in the morning, ignore everything else, and at the end of the 30 minutes of jogging, you will realize something. You will realize that your mood has increased and improved significantly, and you are going to start that day with so much more energy. It requires discipline, but just get that one thing done for 30 days and let me know how much it improves the quality of your life when you just change this one thing. You may still wake up feeling extremely tired, but just ignore the first 20 minutes of your day and then start jogging. It will improve. Next question is by Ali Perez. Will libido get better after 90 days? Well, specifically, I would think that you're talking about the flatline stage of NoFap. Now, flatline usually occurs for me from perhaps day 45 onwards. It could stretch all the way. There were days where it was really a season. It lasted for me even 30 to 40 days at one period. So while it may not specifically be 90 days, it will subside. It will subside. The flatline stage will pass. It will end sooner or later, and you will start experiencing a normal libido. So that's your answer. The next question is by IMPM. How to beat urges when you every 30 minutes get them? Right. I relapsed today because I had too many urges, thinking of meditation and any tips for the first week. Because in the first week, the brain is hungry for the dopamine. You cannot deprive yourself from pleasure or of pleasure. which means when you deprive yourself from pornography, which is a source of pleasure, you need to replace it with other sources of pleasure. But just two things I have for you. Number one, don't touch your dick no matter what, because if you continue remaining in this cycle, you're going to waste a lot of time with 7-day streaks, 3-day streaks, 4-day streaks, 5-day streaks, compared to the man who succeeds the first time through. You are going to do 3 days and relapse, 4 days relapse, 5 days relapse, 2 days relapse. You're not going to receive as much benefit from NoFap. So there will be times you need to just bite the bullet and go forward. The rule, don't touch your dick. Secondly, you can make it more bearable. You can make this urge more bearable. Just try and get other sources of dopamine and enjoyment. Socialization, meet people, talk to them, go for a jog, read books, work on your business, work on your goals, go to the gym, certain things like that. Whatever makes you happy. Just ask yourself this question. What are some good things that I can do that I feel happy about? And then start doing these things. Easy. The last question is by SIBOC. Sibo C. How to deal with brain fog. Now, there are many factors that will result in a brain fog. It could be diet, it could be sleep, it could be heavy metal toxicity, it could be allergies, and a lot of other factors. Bacterial infection, blah, 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 so on and so forth. Now, personally, I suffered from brain fog for a huge part of my life, and even up to today, my symptoms are still improving. But now, recently, I'm so much better when I started a heavy metal detox protocol and I started supplementing with like probiotics, chlorella, and a host of other supplements. Now, I will do a video on this topic in due time because I believe it's something that the modern man suffer from due to all the environmental toxins that's in our cities. It's just very pressing an issue. But for a temporary solution, just start with intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting, just take it as skipping breakfast. Okay, very simple, just skip breakfast. And to make it even more specific, just don't eat for the first 4 hours when you wake up. And then you use this period, just observe if the first 4 hours your brain fog is better. Because if for the first 4 hours your brain fog is better, very likely your brain fog comes from your diet, or perhaps you may have issues with your gut. So if you are in this fasted state when you wake up and for the next 4 hours you feel great, but once you start putting food into your system, that brain fog starts to arise, you know that the source of that brain fog would be dietary or gut-related issues. Now, I hope you like this video. If you do, like it, comment, subscribe, share this video, and I'll see you again.